Oh yeah, welcome back to Frampton Forge YouTube. That's a good drive in, nice sunny day in the old jalopy. What I'm going to do today is I've got to commission a 50-ton Anyang ST forging press for a customer that's got to be sent out. So I'm going to unbox it, and then we're going to put the oil in, I'm going to run it all up, and I'll go through trying it out. We'll set it all up, and I'll show you guys what they're like. I've got a 30-ton and a 50-ton. They're on our website, you can buy them, but I'll unbox this one and we'll see. All right. Right, we'll bring the old box over the forklift with the key that fits all. We have a magic key with our forklift, because I broke the one in there. So this key fits any forklift. Just don't ever leave it in gear. Lovely t-shirt, make sure you get the right tool for the job. That's what happens when your daughters buy your t-shirt. Right, we'll have a look inside. That's the only trouble sometimes. If you're on the boat a long time, you get a bit of condensation. We'll just clean that off with some wet and dry. It looks quite a nice compact unit. There's a little cupboard on the back now. And there's the motor in it. How's this look? That's a little catch, that's tiny. That's pretty compact. Big rams. Just let some air around it. It's been on the container a while. Oh, this has got a little door in here as well. So there's your control unit. Oh, self-ejecting. Oh, here's my power in. I was just looking for the power in. There's my mains lead in through this panel. I'll see if we get to it from there. Oh, it comes in there, so we won't have to take that off. We're going from the back. So we just check when I wire it, get the phases the right way so the motor's going the right way around. And there's your feed in. We go through and into the boxes at the front. Well, we'll try that, we'll find some cable. Right, we want to fill it up, we want to be about there on the tank, so we've got air room in it. But I'll half fill the tank, then I'll run it, and then as the oil that will go down, we'll pump it back up again. So a fair bit of oil to go in it. This is hydraulic oil B68. Right, we filled her up with oil. So I filled it up, it's 3/4 of the way up the tank. All you've got to do is, when you put your phases in, obviously make sure they're in the right order. If your workshop phases are around the wrong way, you can soon check them because the motor will run backwards. So when the motor's running, generally all motors should run clockwise, and there's an arrow on the pump pointing that way. If you wire the phasing wrong, that'll suck instead of blowing damage to the pump. So you must turn it on and off and check straight away. We've checked this, it is definitely running the right way. They've improved this quite a lot. It'll be a bit rattly because it's on a pallet and not bolted to the ground. We'll go around the side, we'll have a look. So I've got a foot control, emergency stop on there. I'm going to put the foot control around here because I'll have a play with that with a bit of metal and a metal, we'll try it out. So we just turn him on. Then we've got manual auto, pump start, pump stop. So you have to hold the pump stop in for a few seconds and then it will turn it off. So we'll start it again. Then you've got a manual up. Got a manual down. Put it on auto. So we'll put it on auto and take it up. Then we can work it on the foot pedal. So it comes down. As soon as you take your foot off, it goes up. I can't get a bit better out of forge and I'll try it. We can try this one. Quick, but like with most presses, the heat gets sucked out really quick. Guide block's loose. It's only mine, I can see that. We're going to tighten them up a bit more. There's only one thing I don't like, the pedal. It's really small for my safety boots to go in. Work on the end of it. The machine rattles around a lot because it's still on its packing pallet. It's not bolted down. We're just running it up and try it. So I'll try some other bits of metal. I'll loosen these dies up and I'll put them in line because they're not in line. They won't tighten up. Put it on manual. I can line them up now. I don't think they're in line when we got it out of the case. I'll just line them back up. The pedal flapping around under my feet, but that is quick. I'll get a block, I'll put a billet in there and I'll just squash it down and we'll see how, it's not set fully up, it's only about 3/4 of the tonnage, so it's set on about 40 tonne. It goes up to 50 tonne. That there is no smoke coming off of my coal once it's alight. We did have someone complain that the fuel is not smokeless, but if you look at that, no smoke. Once you get your coal burning, it smokes when you first light it. Once it breaks up, I really like this Welsh steam coal, it's lovely. Once it breaks up, it's a fantastic fuel and it's half the price of coke, but you need to get used to it. So take your, I didn't like it when I first used it, but after I've used it for about 3 weeks, I now love it. Look, you get a really nice heat, I can fire weld in it, no fumes and smoke, but you do need to get a good fire. All fuel smokes when they wash it and it's damp. It's a bit like chickens, they wash the coal so it weighs more so you get less in the bag. But come and have a look, we'll go and turn that on. Is it still running out there? No. Is it? Right, I'll go and turn the press on. Then we'll squash this billet down. This is a 50mm round bar. That's about 100mm long. It's still running. I'll run through there. It's still running. I'll just try and get an even heat, or if you don't get an even heat, it'll just bend one way and not the other. Have a bit of fun, see how much it squashes down. It's not even on the end, it's just the off cut of a bit of an axle. And that's not fully loaded. It can go up a bit more now. It's probably on about 40 tonne, I reckon. I can use this to clean the die up. Right, well there you go. hats off to Anyang ST for their new press. I now want one. The customer's coming to get this tomorrow. I'll leave the die up for now because that is the only thing is there's a little bit of rust on there where they're in the container. Sometimes I sweat. We'll just polish it off with a bit of emery. But really nice machine. Got big space between it so you can put tools in it. But like all presses, don't squash cold bar. All that energy is going to go somewhere and that's going to catapult out at you. So hot work only, then you don't need any guards. If you start cold bending on the machine, you need light guards, you need safety guards on there and a cage over it so you can't put your hands near it. Because you can't hold a hot bar, if you look at health and safety regulations, any hot forging machine, you can't guard it because you can't hold a hot bar. So therefore you're holding it in tongs and your hands are not near the machine. But I do all sorts on these. We can bend on them, put bending V's in there, all sorts formers. But next one I've got to get out, which we looked at before, is a 30 tonner, which is slightly smaller, but I like this one. I do like that. It's much better than their old design. And plus the fact as well is you can bend through and round and over the top. You can go through the side here if you want to. So the guide rams keep it nice and sturdy. They will make different dies for you. I wouldn't bolt tools on the top of it through here. I think it's a silly idea. If you're not careful, they can fly off. Unless you put a complete saddle over the top and then bolt it through so it can't fly off either side. It can be dangerous, so be careful what you're doing with them. But they do put holes through there to bolt stuff on. Right, well I hope you like that.